Now let's start second part of Confluence topic. And this video is about that exercise that we need to do, and this is your homework for this video that you will need to send me. Okay, so you will need to do it and send me. The task is to find confluence of at least 3 time frames, starting from daily. So for example, you need to find a situation in the market using any live chart or using like backtesting, hindsight. That's completely fine, but you need to send me a screenshot of a point in time where your daily time frame is bearish, then your 1 hour, 2 hours or 4 hours is bearish as well. So you have a bearish range, and of course you need to use a markup circle technique that we discussed before. I will show it now to remind you. So inside of that daily leg, or inside of this daily leg after the pullback, so after inside structure was generated, you need to find a situation where you have 1 hour, 2 hours or 4 hours bearish as well. So in this example, you will have 4 hours that was 1 hour that was bullish, and now shifted bearish again. So you make a screenshot. Look, I have bearish daily, and now I have bearish 1 hour or 4 hours or 2 hours. And then inside of that 1 hour, you of course need to find your 1, 3, 5, 15 minutes ranges as well, of course, bearish or bullish. So inside of this, you will have a pullback, yeah? So it will look like a pullback on 5 minutes, and then reshift back, and then you send me this, or this first shift. So this is your task. Yeah, it can be confusing in the beginning, but let's walk through it step by step. So just arrive to any kind of chart and start marking up using left to right rule. So I will do it with a brush in the beginning. So remember the markup circle. Find a break of structure, follow the impulse until the pullback. So this will be your low, and then we don't see a high. Okay, find a break. So this is a break with this candle. Follow the impulse until the pullback with this one. This is your low. Follow the impulse back until you have the same kind of pullback here. So the last liquidation, last body close above the previous candle from the other side. So now you have this range. You have this break, follow the impulse until the pullback to this. So this is your impulse. This is your inside structure. Find a break, follow an impulse. Find the low, so follow an impulse until the pullback started. Follow the impulse back to find your protected high, it's here. And then a lot of inside structure. Then we have a break. Find a low is here. So now I will use exact lines. So this is the low, no pullback as you see here. So this is the low, and follow the price back. This is protected high. This is the high, and of course this is a break. So now we have a new range. So in this moment we only have this candle. So this is a new range started where we need to we don't have a pullback, but we can follow up and see where from where the move started. Not from here because no pullback here, but from this area. You see, this was the pullback. We follow up. This is the high. So now we have an impulse in the move. So we have a daily bearish. So this is the fact, stone fact. So we can make a screenshot of this and say, okay, this is our bearish daily. Now let's go on 4 hours and see what 4 hours are. So in this case, as you see, this is our daily push, this one. So this is daily push. So let's look at 4 hours. 4 hours. So again, we zoom out a bit to see if we don't miss anything here. And so just so we can have this impulse on 4 hours that was broken with this candle, and then we had consecutive shifts back bullish and then shift back bearish, and we are now in this bearish move on 4 hours, as you see. Why? Because that was the low, this was the break, we follow the impulse. Again, if I'm going too quickly for you, then come back, rewatch the video about the markup circle. But we have a break, we have an impulse, we have a low right now in the developing, so we don't have a pullback from this side, but we already know that impulse started from here. And we can actually send a screenshot of this as our 4 hours price action. And then let's look, so this is interesting, yeah, let's look at 15 minutes. Let me clean the chart. So we already took screenshots of our daily bearish and 4 hours bearish. Now let's look at 15 minutes. 15 minutes, as we see. So we zoom out a bit and go from left to right. So let's start with this obvious low that came from somewhere from there. So we actually are not interested right now in it. So we have a break, we follow the impulse, we wait for until the pullback happens. So this is the low, this is the low, follow back, this is the high, inside structure, break, low, came from here, break again, low, because pullback, but this pullback actually was so strong that transformed right now into impulse. So now we are bullish on 15 minutes. So we have daily bearish, 4 hour bearish, but bullish 15 minute, as you see. Bullish 15 minute. So we don't have third confluence. That's why we can play the price. We can play the price to wait until new bearish shift on 15 minutes. So right here in this moment, market showed us a shift. So we were stuck inside this bullish range, and we shifted with this move. So we can send this screenshot and say, okay, this is our third confluence, our third time frame. So right now we are okay with 3 time frames. Again, let's come back to daily and see that daily, of course, we are still inside this bearish push. Okay, we're still inside this bearish push. And now we started a pullback. So let's look what will happen on 1 hour, on 4 hours. You see, now 1 hour shifted. So we were here. Again, let me clean the chart. So we were in this bearish push. We shifted with this bullish push, and then shifted once again. So now we have daily bearish, but 1 hour bullish. So consider this, what I'm talking about now, independently of what I've shown before. So that previous example is finished. So now I'm just showing a different example. Imagine you arrived at the point where you have this. So you can't send me this as your confluence, because you are obviously inside the bullish market on your 1 hour. Though of course it happens. Remember the daily leg? So this is the daily leg. This is how it looks on 1 hour. So this is the daily leg. But right now it shifted. So it has all these confluences inside. We found all these confluences inside, but now it shifted back bullish inside of that bearish leg on daily. So what we want now to accomplish the exercise, accomplish the task, is to wait for a shift on 1 hour and then 5 minutes or lower, or on 4 hours and then like 15 minutes or something like that. So right now we know daily is bearish, and it will be bearish until this breaks, either to the upside or to the downside. And in this case, in the case of downside, we will have a new bearish range on daily. But right now, everything we want to see is just a shift on 1 hour. So for this, we had this high. It came from here. So now we have a shift on 1 hour. Okay, it's not beautiful, it's not clear, but it's there. And I just want to wait for a more clear shift. Yeah, so this is it. So like this shift with this high, okay, with this high and this low. So now we are daily bearish, and now we are 1 hour bearish. As you see, we are inside this bearish push. So what we want now is just to go to like 3 minutes and understand that this is 1 hour shift. And actually the price action shows immediately that we are that together with 1 hour impulse we actually created 3 minute impulse, and that's okay also to send. Or let's just continue with more. So yeah, we're still very bearish on so yeah, interesting situation. You see, shifted bearish, shifted bullish. So now we are in this bullish push. So let's just, I wanted to show you one more example. So again, shifted bullish, again shifted bullish, again and again. So we are in a bullish market on 1 hour, but suddenly we are shifting back bearish again on 1 hour, bearish again, bearish again. So we are inside this bearish push. So this is the high, this is the low. So we know daily is still bearish, nothing changed there. So let's check. You see the push inside structure pullback. Let's go to 1 hour. Let's go to 1 hour. A push on 1 hour, and what we have now is we want to have a confluence on 5 minutes or 3 minutes or 1 minute. Let's maybe go to 1 minute and clean the chart, and we see that, so this is the 1 hour push, how it looks on 1 minute, and then 1 minute reshifted back bullish, but we want for a bearish shift. So this is a bearish shift on 1 minute, but we are here, so let's just go from there. Recently, if we go from left to right, we had this obvious high. So we had this push and this push. So we have this push and one more and one more. And this is our most recent 1 minute bearish push inside of 1 hour bearish push. Actually, it looks like a push and then a pullback, but now 1 minute shifted. So 1 minute shifted here, bearish inside of this, and daily also bearish. Okay, so bearish daily, bearish 1 hour, bearish 1 minute. You take screenshots and send them to me. Probably, so most likely you will, like many people don't do it correctly from the first time, so we will work with it together with you. Yeah, well, that's it for today's video. Send me your homeworks and see you in the next video. Bye.